Public and
private,
hybrid.
Private,
public,
what? Yes, and
private and hybrid.
Public and hybrid.
private, public, hybrid, and
Community.
there's community. Yes, there are actually 4
Community,
types.
ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Home time.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Now I'll pick up one student. Okay. I'll pick up students one by one, and then you have to tell me what these are. Okay. Okay. Dipankar Baretha. Are you there or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Dipankar. Okay. Tell me, what is private cloud?
Ma'am, private cloud means, I think, who is only some, who is only private means, how I think.
I think the name itself suggests what private cloud is. Name से ही पता चलता है. Name कोई थोड़ा expand करके बोलो.
मैम मतलब जैसे कि मैंने मतलब हम लोग में से अगर मतलब कोई प्राइवेट मतलब क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग का कोई सर्विस जो खरीदता है, जो मतलब अपने से प्राइवेट यूज के लिए, और वो मतलब जिसे चाहे बस उसे ही एक्सेस देगा, आई थिंक उसे ही.
Okay. Okay. Anyone else? Okay, I'll just ask. Okay, thank you, Dipankar. Next, Hia, are you there? Yes, Hia Kapoti, are you there? When you are attending my class, I'm telling every one of you, when you are attending my class, you have to make sure that you are active in the class. Okay. If you have any issues with the network connectivity, if you have any issues with the mic or hearing to me, then you'll have to let me know about it. Either you in the chat section, or you can tell me in the group also, whatever, if you are facing any issue. But just connecting to the class, okay, just for the sake of attendance, that I will never accept. This is not the first time you are having your online classes. This is the third time I think you are having your online classes. Not even third, I think this fourth time, because yeah, from 2020 March itself we started with the online classes. So you have crossed 3 semesters. This is the fourth semester, fourth time that you are attending online classes again. So you know the consequences. And I am very strict about it. I don't only give attendance because you have joined in the class. I will give attendance only if I hear response from your end, so that because I also have to be sure whether or not the students are in my class or not, because I cannot see you, yes or no. So I have to know whom I am teaching. कौन है जो है क्लास में present. So participants list देख के I will not decide who are present, who are not. मैं बुलाऊंगी randomly, I'll call out names. If you don't respond, then I'll understand who is there and who is not, and accordingly attendance will be considered for the same. Because you are grown-ups now, you are in BCA 5th. There was a time when I would have, I scolded you. I remember scolding you, all of you, during the offline classes. You were young, you were small, right? You were in 3rd semester, 2nd semester students, you were small. I scolded you, but you are grown-ups now. And I also don't have much energy to shout now. I don't feel like actually. Okay. Okay, here I'm calling you one more time. If you are there, please respond, else I'll go to some other student. Okay, Biswajit.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, tell me, how are you?
Fine, ma'am. Hello.
Okay, here, yes. Okay. Okay, tell me about the private cloud, whatever you know about the private cloud.
Ma'am, private cloud is something that which is owned by someone.
Hmm.
Like it may be an individual or it may be a private. It may be a company, private company, or any organization, ma'am.
Okay. So, can you name me few cloud service providers who offer private clouds, who offer clouds for private use?
Microsoft,
Hmm.
Amazon, even IBM, I guess. I'm not sure with IBM,
Okay.
but I'm sure with this too, ma'am.
Okay.
Amazon and Microsoft.
Okay. Okay. So can you tell me few of the advantages of using private cloud and disadvantages of using private cloud? Pros and cons.
Ma'am, it's means the cost is quite high, ma'am.
Yes, cost is high because it's for private use for only the company, right? It's for the use of the
Yes.
company itself. So all the cost will have to be for by the company, right? It will be looked after the company. Okay, so the cost will be high. So scaling up, okay, so scaling up is a factor here. Anyway, next another profit, another pros advantage.
Ma'am, it gives more flexibility in using systems, ma'am. In using more like remote locations use, ma'am. Just like if we want to access something, it provides a easy way to access, ma'am. In terms of storage and all.
Okay. What is okay? You have one thing, one important point you have mentioned is the cost. Another important factor here is privacy and security. Okay, these are the major concerns. Privacy and security. When you are talking about data, the major concerns are privacy and security. Okay, so in private cloud, okay, they offer high security and privacy because it's only meant for the company. It's okay, the setup is only for one particular organization. Okay, so here it will have high security and high privacy. Okay, also it is cost and energy efficient, as you said already. You can have more control. Okay, you can have more control over the resources here, because of course it's within the organization itself, and it also has improved reliability because it's for the company only. Okay, so all the resources will be available all the time, even if not, care will be taken for it, right? Because you are paying enough money for it, for the maintenance. Okay, so reliability is another factor, so you can have improved reliability here. Okay, thank you, Ms. Wajid.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next, Sagar Asane?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, wow, to me quite, yeah. Disadvantage to what? What can be the disadvantages of using private cloud? As the name suggests, private cloud, I'm again repeating, okay, Viswajit has already said, private cloud is when an organization is having the entire cloud for its own use. Okay, you have bought all the services of the cloud, so the cloud, the entire setup is only for your organization. Okay, it can be accessed only within this organization, all the services. Okay, all the systems and services are accessible only within the organization who has paid for it. Okay, because it's for private use. No other third person can access it. Even if any other organization or any other person, any other user wants to have access to this cloud, will not be granted access because it's completely owned by one organization. So that organization will be accessing all the systems and the resources, the services, Right, that is what private cloud is. Also, I mentioned the advantages, like because it's private, so of course when something is private, right, it's much secured, it's highly secured, it's highly private. Okay, but also if you want to have something only for you, okay, if you want to have something only for you, तो तुम्हें उसके लिए पैसा तो देना पड़ेगा, नहीं तो तुम्हें VIP attention क्यों मिलेगा? If you want to be treated as a very important person, VIP treatment चाहिए तुम्हें special table चाहिए, तुम्हें special chair चाहिए, of course उसके लिए you have to pay for it, you have to earn it, right? So that is what it is. So if you want a cloud, if you want all the services, the systems, the resources only for your organization, the entire setup only for your organization, of course you will have many benefits like privacy, security, right, reliability, right, control. You will have control over the entire cloud because it's owned by you. But है ना, एक प्रॉब्लम आता है यहाँ पे जो है कॉस्ट. कॉस्ट जो है दैट इज वन फैक्टर हियर, क्योंकि बिकॉज यू आर बाइंग द सर्विसेज, तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा कि बिकॉज इट इज फॉर योर कंपनी ओनली, फॉर योर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ओनली, क्योंकि तुम्हें आपको चाहिए ये पूरा, सो दैट इज व्हाई कॉस्ट इज अ फैक्टर हियर. तो कॉस्ट विल बी हाई, यू हैव टू पे मोर if you want a private cloud, right? So now let's talk about the disadvantages. Disadvantages, what can be the disadvantages? Tell me. First is, of course, okay, Moya, let me tell. First is, of course, scalability, as I said. Cost is a factor here because you have to pay more. Okay, so that is a factor. Second is scalability. Scalability is limited here because जितने भी resources आप लोगों ने खरीदे हुए हैं, उन्हीं resources को हम लोग scale up करके use करने के लिए try करेंगे, ठीक है? नहीं तो ज़्यादा हम लोगों को खर्च करना पड़ेगा. If you want more resources, then you have to spend more money. तो जितने भी resources हम लोगों को grant किया गया है for the company, that much resources will be utilized. We'll try to scale up that many resources only, okay, for the use. Otherwise you have to pay more if you want extra resources, okay, for scaling. So scaling is limited here, okay, that is the second disadvantage. Third is, see, you need to have skilled people for it because your organization owns a cloud, ठीक है? ये जो private cloud है, ये पूरा cloud इस company का है. तो जैसे suppose you have some developers in your, है ना, you have some developers in your company, like you have an Oracle developer, you have a Java developer, okay, you have some developers in your company, skilled developers in your company. So just like them, you also need to have skilled people who can take care of the cloud, who will be there only for the cloud. For example, the administrator, there has to be one administrator to look after the cloud and also one cloud developer. Okay, so we need to have experts who will only look after the cloud because that is again a very important factor here, concern, है ना? तो जितने भी cloud services होंगे, resources होंगे, और जितने भी cloud services होंगे, so that needs to be looked after by some expert. So we need to, the organization, whoever owns a private cloud, also need to have skilled members for looking after the cloud. Okay, so that is not a disadvantage, but that is a very important requirement actually. Okay, that is a very important requirement. So you cannot place it as a disadvantage, of course, but it's a very important requirement. And if you don't fulfill that requirement, then it will be a disadvantage. If you don't get skilled people for your cloud, for your company cloud, then it will be, it will serve as a disadvantage for your company. Okay, otherwise it's a very important requirement for your company. Understood? Understood the concept of private cloud?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's come to the public cloud now. So as the name suggests, public means it is open to all. Okay, तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा कि it is open to all. ठीक है? तो when something is for a general public, जैसे for example university, जैसे तुम लोग का university canteen है, so it is open for all. Anyone can come and sit there. They can have access to the food. They can have access to the tables, the chairs. They can have access to the whatever. Okay, the water there over, right? The filters. So you can have access on anything in the canteen because it's open for all. Okay, so that is what public is. Public is when it is for the general public. Anybody can have access to it, right? So here the systems and services are easily accessible to the general public. So some of the cloud service providers who offer public cloud are Google, you have the Amazon, you have the Microsoft. Okay, तो यहाँ पे advantages क्या होता है कि because it's public, कहीं कहीं पे तुम लोगों का फ्री भी होगा, मोस्टली फ्री होता है, या कहीं कहीं पे even if you have to make payments, very little amount of payment you have to make, even if you have to make payments. Okay, very little amount of payment you have to make. ठीक है, reliability is one factor, reliable होता है, flexibility is also there. Okay, it is flexible enough because it's public, it is for all, so it will be flexible enough. Okay, location independence, तो कहीं से भी तुम इसको access कर सकते हो. ठीक है, scalability भी है. Okay, high scalability, offers high scalability, it is cost effective as I said. Okay, so these are all the benefits of using the public cloud. Disadvantage क्या हो सकता है? Because it's open, because of its openness, it's open. तो यहाँ पे disadvantage है privacy or security, right? It provides low security or privacy because it is open for all. Because of its openness, it's less secure. Okay, and another disadvantage can be less customizable. तो customizable कब होता है? जैसे if you own, it is less customizable than a private cloud. जब एक कंपनी एक प्राइवेट क्लाउड ओन करता है तो दैट कंपनी कैन कस्टमाइज इट अकॉर्डिंग टू इट्स नीड, राइट? तो जो प्राइवेट क्लाउड्स होते हैं दे आर मोर कस्टमाइजेबल बिकॉज द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हैज कस्टमाइज्ड all the resources, all the services as per their need. But when you talk about a public cloud, because it's public to all, anybody can access it. तो यहाँ पे क्या होता है कि तुम अपने हिसाब से उसको कस्टमाइज नहीं कर सकते. It's मतलब it is less customizable as compared to private cloud. Okay, so that is what the disadvantage of using public cloud is. Okay, but otherwise when you think about a public cloud, it is accessible to all users. Okay, just suppose you want to make use of the mail services from Google, or you want to have some application services, okay, of Microsoft, or you want to have some storage services from the Dropbox. So these are all, you know, these are all public cloud, so you can easily make use of this and sitting anywhere, right? So this is what public cloud is. Now let's talk about the third type, which is the hybrid cloud. Of course, hybrid, as the name says, hybrid means mixture of private and public. तो जितने भी benefits है of private and benefits of public, सब आता है hybrid cloud में. Okay, it's a combination of private and public cloud. So basically, when would you need a hybrid cloud? Okay, so that is why actually I have drawn this picture here. It's half drawn. So let me complete it. So see,